In this lab, we are going to study how to design and construct series resonance RLC circuit using software tool. First, I will discuss resonance. Resonance occurs in a circuit when the voltage and current are in phase and the impedance of the circuit is purely resistive. If we plot the Bode plot, the response curve starts at 0, reaches to a maximum value at the natural resonant frequency, and then it again drops to 0 as the frequency becomes infinite. Now I will discuss about the series resonance. In a series RLC circuit, there becomes a frequency point where the inductive reactance of the inductor becomes equal to the capacitive reactance of the capacitor. In other words, XL equal to XC, the point at which this occurs is called resonant frequency point of the circuit. As we are analyzing the series RLC circuit, this resonant frequency produces a series resonance. The gain of the circuit is maximum at the resonant frequency. Series resonant circuits are one of the most important circuits used in electrical and electronic circuits. They can be found in various forms such as in AC main filters, noise filters, and also in radio or television tuning circuits. They produce a very selective tuning circuit for receiving the different frequency channels. Now I will discuss this series RLC circuit. Here this is the series resonant circuit. This is the resistance, inductance, and this is the capacitance. At a very low frequency, the inductor behaves as a short circuit as the inductive reactance is quite low. As soon as we move towards a higher frequency, the inductive reactance of the inductors become infinite. If we see the capacitive reactance of the capacitor at a low frequency, the capacitor behaves as an open circuit as its capacitive reactance is quite high, or you can say infinite. As soon as we move towards the high frequency, the capacitive reactance of the capacitor becomes quite low, so the capacitor start behaving as a short circuit. In other words, we can say when XL is greater than XC, the circuit is purely inductive. The circuit behave as a inductive, and when the XC is greater than XL, the circuit is capacitive. The total circuit reactance is equal to XL minus XC, and this is the formula for the circuit impedance calculation, which is equal to R plus JX. These are the graph of the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance against frequency. This is the graph for the inductive reactance. Here you can see at a low frequency the inductive reactance is quite low, which is equal to 0. As soon as the frequency is increasing, the inductive reactance is also increasing. You can see here from this graph. This is the graph of the capacitive reactance against frequency. You can see here at a low frequency the capacitive reactance is quite high. Whereas as soon we start moving towards the higher frequency, the capacitive reactance is also decreasing. You can see here from the curve of this graph. Now I will discuss about the series resonant frequency. We can see that the values of the resistance depend upon the frequency of the supply. At a high frequency, XL is high, and at low frequency, X is high. There must be a frequency point where the values of the XL is same as the value of XC, and this point will be known as the resonant frequency point. If we now place the curve of the inductive reactance on the top of the curve of the capacitive reactance so that both the curves are on the same axis, the point of intersection will give us the series resonant frequency points as shown here in the following figure. Here this is the capacitive reactance graph and this is the inductive reactance graph. If we plot them on the same frequency, there will be a point where both the graph will intersect. This point will be known as the resonant frequency point. Before the resonant frequency point, the circuit behave as a capacitive, and after the resonance frequency point, the circuit behave as inductive, and at the resonant frequency, the impedance of the circuit is real or purely resistive. In a series resonant circuit, the resonant frequency FR point can be calculated using the following calculation. At resonant frequency, XL is equal to XC, XL is equal to 2 pi FL, and XC is equal to 1 over 2 pi FC. By solving the equation for the frequency, we will have this equation, and after simplifying, FR equal to 1 over 2 pi under root LC, or omega R if we want to calculate the frequency in radian, will be equal to 1 over under root LC. We can see that at the resonance, the reactances cancel each other, thereby making a series LC combination act as a short circuit. The only opposition to the current flow in a series resonant circuit being the resistance. In complex form, the resonant frequency is the frequency at which the total impedance of a series RLC becomes purely real. There is no imaginary impedance at that point, which is shown from the following graph. Here this is a series RLC resonant circuit. Here this is resistance, this is inductance, and this is capacitance. At the resonant frequency, XL is equal to XC, so the complex impedance become equal to 0 and the total impedance of the circuit is purely real. This is the frequency response with respect to current. Here you can see at the resonant frequency, the current of the circuit is maximum, whereas before and after the resonant frequency, the current is minimum. These are some of the formulas that you are going to use for designing a series RLC circuit. The resonant frequency can be found by using this formula. Similarly, the quality factor can be found by using this formula. Bandwidth equal to resonant frequency by quality factor, and the lower and higher cutoff frequency can be found by using these formulas. So you can use these formulas for designing your series RLC circuit. Now I will discuss the lab task. In the lab task number 1, you have to design a series RLC resonant circuit. The circuit will consist of a resistor of 30 ohm, capacitor 2 microfarad and inductor of 20 millihenry. You have to use a sinusoidal source of 9 volt peak to peak. You have to use this table. The frequencies are already given here and you have to find the current at these frequencies. First, you will do the theoretical calculation and you have to find the resonant frequency, the current at the resonance, the voltage across the inductor and capacitor at the resonance, the quality factor and the bandwidth of the circuit. After that, you will find the current at the given frequencies. After you will fill this table, you have to plot the frequency versus the current graph, which will be your body plot. This is the series RLC circuit that you are going to use for your measurements. If you are using the peak to peak value here in this table, make sure you find the current in the form of peak to peak value. In lab number 12, we are going to construct a parallel resonant circuit. This will be the table that you are going to use for your calculation. If you are using the peak value here in this table, you have to find the output value in the form of peak. And then you have to plot the body plot, which will be your frequencies versus the output voltage graph. See the lab manual for the post-lab task, do all the necessary calculation and attach all your results and calculation in your report. This is all for the lab. Thank you.